Hi, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be making caramel popcorn that they sell at the Epcot Pavilion in Walt Disney World. And we're also going to be showing you a Disney craft that you can do for a Disney countdown or a countdown to your trip to Walt Disney World. And we're going to be sharing a money-saving tip that has to do with the popcorn buckets. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to pop our popcorn. We are going to pop our popcorn fresh. We're going to be using Orville Redenbacher's popping and topping oil, as well as the Pop Secret kernels, which when I tried to open it, the entire bottom ripped off. So that's why that looks like that. But those are the two products that we're going to use. This is supposed to give it a little bit of a buttery flavor without the salty flavor, and I did taste the oil to see what it would taste like, and it does taste like it would be a little bit buttery, but that is probably the only thing that I would do, the only flavor that I would add on to the popcorn to start with, just because I want it to taste really nice and caramelly, and it's a very simple recipe. So we're going to pop our popcorn, we're going to make the syrup, we're going to toss the syrup on the popcorn, and then we are going to bake the popcorn. We are going to make the caramel topping. We're going to combine half a cup of butter, 1 cup of light brown sugar, 1/4 cup of light corn syrup, okay, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, we're going to cook it for 4 minutes without stirring. Bring it to a boil. In 20 seconds, this is going to be done boiling. I'm going to move it off the heat, and we're going to quickly pour in the baking soda and the vanilla and stir it in. All right, I'm going to stir that up. Okay, we're going to pour this onto our popcorn. I would recommend doing this instead of the bags. I wasn't sure how the bags were going to work out. They didn't. It says it in the recipe to do it that way, but this is just, it's so sticky. There's no way that that's happening. So we just used the pan. We just used the pot that we popped the popcorn in because it's a little bit greasy, so that prevents the popcorn from sticking. And we're going to mix it up and try to coat it the best that we can. And now we're going to put it on our prepared baking sheet. And we're going to try to spread it out. This is just parchment paper. And we are going to bake for an hour, stirring every 15 minutes. Which I don't know how this is going to turn out. Out. So we're going to bake this for an hour and stir it every 15 minutes. So this is the third time that I am going to be mixing the second batch of popcorn. It is definitely staying very liquidy, but it is darkening up the caramel. So because I cooked the first batch a little bit longer, it came out a lot darker. And so I took it out of the oven after 45 minutes because I didn't want it to burn. And I'll show you what it looks like over here. I don't know if you can really tell the difference, but you can see that like some of it's getting really, really dark, and it does have a little bit of an overcooked flavor, not burned. Everybody thinks it still tastes really good, but I don't want to burn the popcorn and have it taste nasty. So I think I'm going to actually take this one out as well because I see some of the insides getting too dark to a point that I don't want it to get ruined. So we're going to actually take this out after 45 minutes instead of an hour. And now we're just going to let it cool for 30 minutes and then we can eat it. The popcorn buckets are such a great deal when you're visiting Disney. We ended up getting 2 of the balloon buckets during the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. We've had these since last February, so we've had them for over a year now. We bring them with us to Florida every time we go. Sometimes we forget to bring them into the park, which is unfortunate because then we can't get the popcorn refill for cheap. So the only thing I would say is if you do plan to get popcorn buckets, you have to make sure that you actually bring them into the parks. We always bring it to Disney Springs. Sometimes we get a popcorn refill, sometimes we don't, but at least we know that if we want a cheap snack just to hold us over for dinner, we can get a refill in our buckets, and they do give you quite a bit of a refill for the amount of money that they charge you. So yeah, this popcorn bucket also held all 10 cups of the first batch of popcorn, so it's definitely worth it to get the refillable buckets. 10 cups of popcorn in there. Can't beat it. Good, do another one. So we cut out a frame, a Mickey outline. Then we attached it to a piece of contact paper. We cut up all the colors in little tiny squares, and then we apply it to the contact paper. Once we're done with this, we'll put a second piece of contact paper on the top and cut off the excess around so that all we're left with is the Mickey. Oh, pretty.
White?
Anyone you want.
White?
Sure. Cover the whole thing. Gotta cover the whole thing with colors. Go ahead. Yeah. You have to put it on here in the middle. Put some in the middle. Good job. Do more, baby.
Ta-da!
So once everything is all set up, all you do is put all the little pieces however you want on the Mickey. Once all the paper is on and you're happy with the way that the project looks, you're going to take a piece of contact paper, peel it off the backing, and you're going to carefully lay it from the bottom to the top. So I did it from corner to corner, and then I just press up on this. Slowly, whoop, that one just wanted to go on its own. Well, the slower the better, because now I have creases, which didn't happen with the other ones. But that's gonna be fine. Okay. Now once you have the paper connected, you're just going to turn it over and you're going to cut the excess off. And I made my Mickeys a little bit bigger so that I could just cut a little extra off when I was cutting this. I will leave a link in the description box below to the products that I used for this, what I bought on Amazon. It's just black paper, tissue paper, contact paper, and that's it. And I found a Mickey pattern online, which I can probably link if I look for the one that I used. You can hang it up in the window, and it's a little stained glass Mickey to enjoy while we wait for our Disney trip. And I do find it to be easier to work with the smaller ones with the sticky paper, but the older kids obviously needed a little bit of a bigger surface to cover. But this one was perfect for the baby. By the time she was done with it, she was tired of doing it, so this is a good size for, 2-year-old, 3-year-old. And then this is for the older kids, but there we go. That's our Mickeys. It's so crunchy. It's really crunchy. It's really, really good. So that is going to be it for the video today. I hope that it was helpful in some way. I hope you guys liked the craft that we did. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the next thing that we're going to be doing for our countdown and for our food. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my Disney-driven world, and I'll see you next time.